Alright, thanks, Ray.
Yep.
Oh, this was a nightmare of a half hour. Um, we'll go
Yeah, it
over that
was.
in a second, but this was something. A lot just happened. First of all, hello everyone, welcome to day number 3 of week 8. We got 2 matches today. We got the Tempest and the Surge going on now. Immediately following this game, we'll have another stream for the Kraken and the Clouds to wrap up the Pelagic Division. So, we're going to try to move this along as quick as possible because we have that game in an hour. Less than an hour now. But, I mean, the Surge just didn't have their stuff together at all before this match.
Oh God, no.
So, initial rosters going into today was Shadow, DNA, and Name. Name says earlier in the day he can't make it anymore. That's his 3rd straight week saying that, so that's a separate topic. But he can't make it. One of the free agents, Steven, says he's down to do it. He's down to sub. So perfect. Now they've got that. We're getting towards the match starting. DNA isn't responding. Steven isn't responding. So I now start messaging second round free agents. Frosted said he's down to do it. Who's a second round free agent. Perfect. Then with 5 minutes left in the amount of time we give them to get here, DNA messages saying he could play. So now that's off. But and then in the very, very last seconds, literally with 2 minutes left, I was able to find a 3rd round free agent sub for the Surge, Riley. So now the roster sits at Shadow, DNA, Riley after all that. So it's been hectic. But we've got a 3v3. Surge and Tempest. I'm here with Sinks. It's actually been a little while. It's the first time this week. It's been me and you.
That is true. First time this week I think I'm casting.
Yeah. You've left me alone. To do all the play.
Hey, I told you once football season starts, I'm like
no, I understand.
basically gone.
I understand that, alright? But you left me with all the pelagic games, and those were, besides Monsoon Tridents, those were not it.
I'd love to say that I planned that out, but I'm happy it was just luck.
So, this is actually a very, very big game between the Surge and the Tempest, standings-wise. To give a clearer picture of what I'm saying, the standings currently sit as the Surge being 2-5 and the Tempest being 1-6. The Surge are 6th and the Tempest are 7th in standings. In last place right now is the Reef sitting at 1-7. So here's the situation: if the Surge beat the Tempest tonight, then the Reef are eliminated from playoffs. I also believe with a loss, yes, the Tempest will also be eliminated. So if the Surge win, we know the 6 teams in the playoffs. But if the Tempest win, then both the Reef and the Tempest both stay alive, and that we'll have the next 2 weeks to figure out who's going. So this is a crucial game for all 3 of those teams involved.
Yes, that is. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm very messed up today. I'm very tired. I got home at 1 a.m. and I had to wake up at 5:30. So I might not be on my A game today.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm just happy you're here, not having me do this by myself. So I appreciate that. But
it was worth it. So I'll tell you about it later.
The rosters are Shadow, DNA, and Rye going up against Shiny. I'm just going to call him Shiny in the stream. Lion and Eyes. So Eyes last week played really well with Meep. There's no Meep today, unfortunately. But Shiny is going to be making his league debut. He's actually top 3 MMR in the league right now. So a great pickup by Meep to replace him. Sinks, you got any thoughts on that pickup specifically while I look up his tracker?
No, I mean, he's a new player to the league, so I haven't seen him play yet, but I know that he is a pretty high rank, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is the first week that Meep is missing for the Tempest.
I believe so, yeah. He made it very clear he wasn't going to be here this week.
Yeah.
So, this has changed. He is
What?
SSL.
What?
So, He has spiked very questionably. I can't lie. In the past 5 days, he went from 1654 to 1878. So I think he got boosted.
I mean, his peak was 1787 before that.
Yeah, I think he.
I think that might have been this season too.
He might have gotten boosted up to there. So
probably
we're not gonna take that into a crazy account. Either way, he's still around 1, and either way, I'd say he's more like a GC2 than that rank. But either way, that's still it. MMR wise, 1650 is an improvement from Meeps. So I mean, Tempest you could argue could look better, but I think Meep has more chemistry with the team, so we'll see how Shiny is able to get along with his teammates.
Yeah, and Meep is their captain, their round 1 player, so if Shiny plays like an SSL and just beats the dog shit out of everybody, sadly they can't sign him.
Yep, and he'll just go back down.
Unless they do a trade and Meep drops to a round 2.
Yep. And he won't. He's still at 1500, I believe, so.
He is 1600. Wow.
Good for Meep, man. Proud of him.
Good for him.
All right. That's enough of that. Let's get to these pregame interviews. Try to move this along. So, starting with the Surge, we are going to be having Shadow, their captain, take the pregame. Hey, Shadow. How you doing?
Hello.
little chaos for you as a captain. You were the only true player to be like 100% here until the final moments. You were able to get DNA in the last second, which is good, but you had to sub out your temporary sub in the last moment. So, yeah, that's something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say there. I'm happy as long as there's 3 of us playing. I don't care who it is, to be honest.
So, you're going to be going up against the Tempest, who are sitting with you in the standings, and I don't think you know this, but it's pretty simple. You win this game, you win this series, you're guaranteed in the playoffs. So, how are you going to try to play this match so that you can solidify yourselves a playoff spot?
To be honest, I'm just gonna try to hold back a bit and let the other 2 play offense mostly, so I can focus on the defense, and maybe that will help us not get scored on so much. Because I think that is the main problem in the team, the defense.
So,
and yeah, that's about it.
All right. So, final question: what is your prediction for the series? How do you think it's gonna go?
I mean, I ain't gonna be positive, and I hope we're gonna win finally. So I'm gonna say 3-2 to us.
Okay. See you game 5. Love to see that. Sinks, you got anything for Shadow before we get this going?
Get new teammates. They've been causing hell for me in terms of spreadsheet stuff.
Well, if it helps you,
or if you can just tell them to start making it to the games, that would be wonderful.
Well, I
yeah,
tried, but you can try as well. I don't know how to make that happen.
I've been trying,
least with name.
So
yeah, that's fine.
So Shadow, after this match, if you like the team you're playing with, you can just decide to keep Riley as a permanent replacement. So this is a test for Rai to show what he's got.
Alright, I guess I'll take that into account.
Okay. Alright, well, Shadow, I'm going to drag you back down to your team. We're going to be starting shortly.
Alright.
Yeah, he needs new teammates, bro. Oh, my God. There's a debate to be made where he just straight up
every
adds
game
Frosty
for the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like, he's had name
DNA
on his team for, like, forever, and he hasn't played a game. He literally hasn't played a game yet.
Yeah. DNA is pretty consistent in showing up, but just this week was a scare. So, I mean...
Yeah.
But he's still here anyways, so that's something.
Yeah.
Alright, now on to the Tempest, and Lion is going to be taking the pregame. Hey Lion, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. So, you weren't here last week, but you had a bit of a thriller. Your team had a bit of a thriller last week against the Reef. They were able to get a win, get their first win of the season. How does that feel
Mm-hmm.
knowing that your team got a win under their belt?
Oh, it feels good, man. I'm happy to see that my team can progress without me. It's good to see that they're still trying their hardest even when I'm not there, and it's good to see that we're able to actually win.
So, you're going up against the Surge tonight, and I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm just letting you know, playoff implication wise. If you end up losing this game, both you and the Reef are eliminated from playoffs, and the top six will be set. So, are you gonna be keeping this in mind as you play the match tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell the team this, and we'll be giving it our 110%.
Love to hear it. So your new teammate Shiny, and I just looked up his tracker. He's probably boosted to SSL, but he's currently sitting at SSL right now. But he's pretty much a 1650, so he's GC2.
Mm-hmm.
So have you been able to get some time with him before this match?
Oh yeah, we played about 4 or 5 threes games, and we lost 2 of them. We won 3 of them, but the play style stayed consistent. So I'm very excited to see what we can do against Surge.
Okay. So last question for me is, what is your prediction for the series? How do you think it's gonna go?
I honestly think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be 3-2.
You also think Game Five?
Mm-hmm. I really do.
Okay.
I've actually met some of the Surge people playing in six mans, and I've seen their play style. They're very good. But it's gonna be a fun game overall.
So Meep says to tell Lion you got this. So your captain is watching. So
No pressure.
yeah, no pressure. Sinks, you got anything for Lion before we get this game started?
Good luck, have fun.
All right.
I appreciate that,
Well,
man.
Lion, I'm gonna drag you back down to your team, and the lobby of folks should be up shortly.
Awesome. Thanks.
Big match, big match. Sinks, you got anything before we get it going?
Yeah, I didn't really know that all of the top six teams would be like set.
After
So
week
that's
8,
that's pretty interesting.
if
Yeah.
if the Surge win it,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say set, but the pretty much the goal differential would just end it right there. So
Yeah.
the Tempest or the Reef, one of the two, need to get above the Surge to have a chance. So they need to win out.
Right.
All right. Well, we're gonna get this going. I'm gonna get the lobby info to the players, get them in, and we'll be starting shortly. Be right back. Okay, we're pretty much back. We're just waiting on DNA.
We're
All right,
always waiting on DNA.
always waiting on them. So, Sinks, before this game gets going, what's your prediction for the series?
You know, it's been a while since I've seen these teams play, but I've heard that Eyes is doing good things for the Tempest, and Shiny is an SSL. And Rise High is a brand new player. Like, literally as of today, I think. Or yesterday, something like that. So I think the Tempest... I think all the cards are in their favor, but I think the Surge can do something here. But I'm going to go Tempest 3-2.
Yeah, I think it's going game 5, and I think the Tempest win. But let's just keep in mind, Shiny's a boosted SSL, because you definitely can tell. There's no way you just get 200.
Did he say that he was boosted?
No, but you can see it. Like, it was 5 days, 1650 to 1800. Like, let's be honest here.
I mean, this is Rocket League. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and it doesn't change the fact that he's a first rounder. So either way,
that's true. That's true.
So 2-5 Surge, 1-6 Tempest. This feels like a playoff game for both these teams. It pretty much is for the Tempest. They just gotta win out this whole rest of the season to get into playoffs. The Surge just need one to end the playoff questions, as the Reef and the Tempest would get eliminated with a loss here. Shadow off the ceiling down, gets a shot, hits it off the ceiling. What a start for Shadow in the Surge.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Shadow. I don't think he meant for that to go in. I think he just tried to get a redirect. Shiny with no boost, he couldn't do anything with that. And DNA, he was there to try and put it in, but he didn't really need to.
4:15 left here in game 1. Lion wins the kickoff. DNA off the ceiling down, trying to get a shot. Shiny off the wall, Biggs makes the save. Rye is it stolen by Eyes off the right wall. Eyes gonna take it himself, can't pass it mid. Shadow tries to clear, it's a soft touch right to Shiny. Shiny up the left wall, making his league debut. Trying to do it himself, the shot gets it past everyone, and the Tempest respond quickly.
That was a great shot by Shiny. I've seen him go on the ceiling twice already. I think that's where he's most comfortable by this first minute that I've ever seen him play. So if I was the Surge, I would just challenge him when he's in the air, because we know that he's going to the ceiling.
3:53 left, hot start for both offenses. His Eyes hits it off the back wall. Shadow with the catch. 50's out Shiny, getting it past Lion as well. Here's Shadow, passes it mid. The shot from DNA. What a passing play by the Surge. Both teams looking strong early.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Clouds and the Kraken right now, because this is a very offensive game. We have 3 goals in the first minute and 15 seconds. We got a whole series, and their game starts at 6, so gotta feel bad for them.
Might be a little late to that one, guys. I'm sorry.
A little bit.
Don't blame us, blame the Surge. Here's Ryan, his league debut. Big save by Shiny. Lion off the corner. DNA passes it. Lion clears it out to the corner. Eyes jumping up, trying to pass mid. Nothing else there. Lion, 50 to the corner. Passing it mid. He has Shiny to his left. To his right, sorry. Shiny takes it across the field. DNA pops it up. Shiny pre-jumps him and blocks it on the ceiling. Good 50 by Eyes. Passes it mid. Lion has an open chance. The shot from Lion. And the Tempest will tie the game with 3:13 left.
Yeah, both teams are so offensive. They keep trying to score so many goals that they overcommit and leave the goal wide open or leave themselves in a bad defensive position. And we just saw that right now with the fast break goal from Eyes.
I know you weren't around for that Tempest Reef series, but we saw this from the Tempest. They just force teams to play very offensively, and the Tempest are just trying to out-offense them, just get more goals straight up and not care about the defense as much. I mean, it worked last week, but can it work against this Surge team?
You know, it kind of reminds me of the 2025-2026 Miami, Ohio basketball team, if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so
we're just go down the field and shoot shots.
I think a good comparison is the Bengals last year. I think that's a good comparison. Like and Shiny makes it 3-2, showing off that offense we were just talking about.
You know what? You keep saying that he's a boosted SSL, but I mean, he's an SSL, but I feel like he's playing GC3. You said he's GC2, I feel like GC3.
I feel like meeting in the middle is fine, because he still had to play in those GC3 SSL servers to get there. So, it's not easy to carry someone in SSL lobbies or GC3 lobbies, so it's still credit to him. I'm not saying he's bad, I'm saying he's not actually SSL, but Rye ties the game, and we have 6 goals in 2 minutes 30.
We can't have a 5-second conversation without a goal being scored. I mean, I don't know, like, what is going on? I mean, I know the Tempest,
crossbars.
you said, are a very offensive team, but they got to get some defense going. Same thing with the Surge.
Halfway through game 1, 6 goals scored so far, and we're probably going to see more. Eyes can't get a shot on. DNA booms it out, getting it past one off the corner. DNA leaving it as Shiny resets it to his own back wall. Eyes plays the 50 to the corner. Eyes going to take it, gets it past Rye. It's just DNA back with Shiny chasing. DNA to the corner. Pinches it up, off the ceiling down. Lion touches down to Eyes. Eyes isn't going, so it's just in the hands of Shadow. The flick, getting it past Eyes, gets the demo. A Lion recovers the play to the corner. Shiny, past one, playing the 50 on DNA. DNA just biding his time. Pinch off the corner. Eyes, keeps it in. Trying to pass in mid. DNA, the clear out. Shadow on the right wall waiting. He booms it out to Shiny. Taking it across field. Redirects it out. Rye with the catch. Rye's got space to work. Good 50 by Lion. To the other side. Shadow. The pinch off the wall. Eyes and Shiny double commit as it's cleared out. Lion plays the 50 off the ceiling. Rye off the left wall. Passes it mid to Shadow. Shadow shot misses way wide left. It's going to hit a kind bounce. Rye with Shiny back. Rye gets it past both Tempest players, and the Surge will take the lead.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't really know what Rye was doing. He didn't touch that again, but Shiny just completely whipped. So does Lion. I don't really know what was happening there. It was just a misread by both of them. They're very unfortunate considering the implications of this game.
Minute 15 left. Surge up 1. Surge win kickoff. Lion with the catch. Gets it past Shadow. Past the Shiny. It's stolen by DNA. Almost a shot by Shadow. He just couldn't pre-jump it. Shiny. The clear out has one to beat. Here's Shiny. Can't get the shot. DNA's there to clear. With 1 minute left in game 1. Eyes pass mid to Lion. Lion can't get it. Saved by DNA. Shadow looking awkward. He's able to get it out. Getting it past Shiny. Off the right wall. 50's Eyes. Pass mid to Rye. Rye's shot is blocked by Lion to the corner. DNA. Pre-jump. Passes it mid. Eyes. The pop up to Shiny. Trying to get it out. Back to Eyes. Some good passing by the Tempest. Shiny to the corner. To Lion's shot. Saved by Rye. 30 seconds now. Rye. The 50 on Eyes. It's cleared out for the moment. Shiny plays the 50 off the ceiling down. Here's Shadow. Trying to force a shot. Lion there for the block. Rye taking his space. The shot from Shadow. And that puts the dagger in game 1. The Surge start out hot.
Yeah, I mean, I think, in my opinion, this game has been a lot of Rye, which is awesome considering he's a new player. I would be very shocked if Shadow didn't sign him for Name after this, considering Name missed 4 weeks in a row and hasn't played a game yet.
I fully agree. I mean, Rye's off to a great start for this team. 10 seconds now. DNA trying to get a shot, get one more for the road. Blocked by Lion. 5 seconds. Lion past the Shiny. Shadow gets it over 1. It's past mid. Lion clears, and that's the game. The Surge will take game 1.
Yeah, I mean, this is Shiny's first time playing with Eyes and Lion, and this is only those two guys' second week together, so the chemistry is probably not very good right now. And bad chemistry is not good for defense, like, at all. It's easy, or I shouldn't say easy. It's easier to play good offense with not enough chemistry because offense is a very, very easy game. It's an easy game to play. Like, I'm just gonna say that. Like, you gotta read, like, pass it middle, someone's there. It's very easy to read if you don't have chemistry. But defense, you have to trust each other to know where everybody's at and get the right touches, be in the right place. So they just don't have that yet. They're probably talking, I'd hope at least, they're talking about changes they have to make to play a little more together. And if they can establish a defensive game, I think they can come right back and win this.
I just think both teams need to get stronger defense. But I mean, the offense was showing from both teams. They that's what they can do. It's just the question is who's going to stand on their head defensively when it matters. Because I think the Tempest need that more than the Surge, as we just clearly saw.
Yeah, I mean, the first half of that game was, like, all offense, and obviously 6 goals in that first half, but I think the Surge ended up establishing a defensive game because after the 2-minute 30 mark, they didn't allow the Tempest to score a single goal on them.
Now on to game 2. How did the Tempest respond in a must-win situation for them? They gotta find a way. for not only their sake, but for the Reef's sake as well. They're all fighting for that one playoff spot right now, because I don't see any other team above them dropping down to the levels they're at right now. Shadow, the pop to himself. Shiny plays it to the corner. Rye passes mid. Eyes and Shiny both on the ball. Eyes will play the 50, getting it past one, but Shadow's there to clear it back in. Lion off his own corner, waiting for the catch. He has all the surge in front of him, plays a 50. Eyes with the catch. Trying to take it himself. Passes mid to Lion. Lion plays the 50 on Shadow. That drops straight down. Can't get it out of their zone yet. Shadow will keep it in. Good pressure by the Surge here in the first 30 seconds. The shot from Shadow. Save. Lion can't clear. Shiny takes it across field. Shiny past two Surge players. DNA's up. Gets it saved for the moment. Shadow tries to clear. Lion the pop-up. It's just DNA. Lion gets a reset shot. Saved by Rye again. Rye has been everywhere these first two games. Been a crucial part of the Surge's success so far. Lion. That's the 50 DNA. Shiny hits it back towards his own net. DNA the shot. Eyes can't get there in time. An unfortunate bounce for the Tempest. And the Surge strike first.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Shiny is full speed ahead, rotating front post, and Lion is the second guy back. The second guy back. So he has to get a good 50, and he does. He gets a great stop, and then Shiny just hits it towards their net because he doesn't know where to go, because he doesn't really fit in with this team's defensive rotation.
Shiny trying to make up for that mistake. He gets a shot on. Saved by DNA. Shiny taking his time on the corner. Tries to flick one. He can't get it past DNA. Lion back to his own zone where Shiny clears. He doesn't have boost to work with. Rye's going to pop it up past him. Lion to catch off the corner. Rye passes mid to DNA. Saved by Lion. Here come the Tempest the other way. A double commit. Lion had a chance on goal, but Shiny took it from him. Shadow, the save. It's boomed out back into the Tempest zone. Lion jumps up. The pass mid by DNA. And an open net for Rye. You can just tell the team plays from the Surge are really shining here in Game 2.
Yeah, I mean, Shiny is trying to do it all. He's got to stay back a little bit. Like, he's been going for everything. I think he thinks that since he's the best player on his team, he has to, or since he's the highest ranked player on this team, he has to do everything because he doesn't have guys that are his rank, but Shadow doesn't have guys that are his rank either. So Shiny has to let his teammates shine a little more because this is a fairly evenly matched game.
Rye with the save. Lion off the back wall mid to Eyes. Eyes can't get there. Shiny cut it off. Plays the corner. Just one man to beat it. Shadow. Shadow misses. Open chance. And he hesitated for a split second. And DNA pounces on it. Lion off the back wall mid. Eyes the shot. Gets it past Shadow. And they cut the lead to 1.
Yeah, Shiny rotating back. That was actually the first time I've seen him rotate back. And Lion and Eyes do a nice passing play off the back wall. That's what Shiny needs to let them do. They're good players. They're not his rank, but they're good players. They can fit as a team if they just lock in and play together.
Eyes wins the kickoff. Shiny with a kickoff chance, and he does. And here come the Tempest trying to get some team plays going as they tie the game.
You know, I hope they're watching the stream right now because I feel like I'm giving them some good advice, and I hope they're capitalizing off of it right now. But that's what I'm seeing. They're playing more together. Shiny taking his chances in the right spot this past like 30 seconds.
I know Meep especially is hoping they do, because this is probably the most helpless feeling in the world, where you can't make a game, especially as important as this, and you just have to watch as the team you've assembled have to fight to keep you in playoffs. I wouldn't want to be in Meep's shoes right now. I'd be so stressed. Shiny, the clear out. Rye booms it downfield. Eyes pops it up. Shiny leaves it for DNA off the left wall. Lion tries to get a shot. Hits on the backboard. Lion can't follow. Here's Shiny trying to get a shot. Hits the crossbar. Shadow's there to clear. Eyes keeps it in. Here comes the Tempest pressure. They've woken up a bit here in Game 2. Lion can't get it past DNA. It's still kept in the Surge zone though. Shadow gets it past all 3 Tempest players. Lion back to his own corner. Here's Lion. Can't get a pinch out. Shadow keeps it in. Eyes off his own back wall. Tries to clear. Plays it off the ceiling. Gets it past one. Good touch by Eyes. Here's Shiny with an open chance off the backboard. Can't get the double on net. And Lion will follow it up. This is the passing we've been talking about as the Tempest come back from 2-0 down.
Yeah, I can see that Shiny is trying to do better to play as a team, and I really admire the effort. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the double tap. That would have been a nice little clip right over Shadow, but Lion, I believe that was, or Eyes, whoever, perfectly taps it in. That was a great play by the Tempest.
Surge gotta try to wake up a bit. They had a 2-0 lead and thought it was easy cruising, but now they're down 1 with 1:30 left. And the Tempest have all the momentum. Shot by DNA, blocked to the corner. Lion tries to pitch out. He doesn't get a clean pinch. Shiny's gonna go the other way. Gets demoed by Rai. DNA off the right wall. Lion booms it downfield where Rai waits. He rips a shot. Can Eyes get there? He does. Big save by Eyes. Rai off the corner, passes it mid. Shiny the catch. 50 by Shadow. It's kept in. Lion with no boost. Does all he can. Hits it down to Shiny. Good passing from the defensive end by the Tempest. Shiny trying to do it himself now. Off the ceiling. Past mid. Cleared out by DNA. 1 minute now in game 2. Eyes off the ceiling. Passes it mid. Shadow. Soft touch. Tries to play a 50. Shiny. 50 to the corner. DNA. Gets bumped by Eyes. Shiny. Off the backboard, going for a double. He doesn't get the double he's looking for. It's just back into the corner. Lion, pass mid. Eyes is up. Plays the 50 on Rai. Shadow will follow. Off the backboard, passes it mid. Shiny clears the right wall. 30 boost in his dreams. He gets demoed. Off the corner. Eyes. Off the ceiling down. With 20 seconds left, the Surge need a goal. Rai passes it mid. Lion can't get there, but Eyes does to clear it out. They're just trying to run some clock. Not give him any chances. With the final 10 seconds on us, Shiny pops it up. Shadow. It's to Eyes. Eyes pass 1. DNA with 2 seconds left. It bounces on the wall, and they will drop it. The Tempest bounce back, and they take game 2.
Yeah, that was a great game by the Tempest. I think around halfway through the game, they realized that they have to play more as a team. Look, you see the stats? I think Shiny had 500 score last game, and Eyes and Lion combined for like 300. He let them shine more, like a perfectly evenly spread out stat sheet. 1-1-1 for everyone. Eyes had 2 saves. Shiny, obviously being the Rumble player, will have more shots, but that's how you play like a team. Every goal was assisted, and everybody has a save, everybody has a shot, and everybody has a goal too. So that was fun to watch. I think the way that they can run away with this game completely and take it in 4 is if Shiny gets out of the way more on his back rotations. So when he's rotating back on defense, he's got to get out of the way. He's running into people, he's bumping into them on his way back, and if he fixes that, then they can run away with this in 4 games.
I agree. I as much as I would love to see a game 5, I feel so bad for the Kraken and Clouds, especially Hez on the Clouds. He's on EU. He probably wants to go to bed at this point. But,
oh yeah, he's probably gonna sleepwalk through this game.
Yeah. So I feel bad, but at the same time, this series feels like it's going 5. I really.
Oh yeah.
It really does feel like that. Well, I think it'll be very telling how this game 3 goes, because we had the Surge take game 1, Tempest bounce back here, but now can the Surge do it now? Can they respond after a loss like that? That's the question. We'll find out here in game 3. Tie up on kickoff, second ball goes in favor of Rai, can't get a touch. He does fake out Eyes though. DNA off the ceiling down, no follow-up by the Surge, it's cleared out. Lion touches it back to Shiny. Shiny going for his own net, and Shadow takes advantage. A brutal defensive mistake once again, and the Surge strike first in game 3.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Shiny, he's rotating front post again. He's got to turn around. He's got to take the small pads, collect it, get back post, and he turns front post and knocks it into his own goal. You can't do that in this game.
Some deja vu from game 2. We saw a defensive mistake from Shiny in game 2 early, but now, if he wants to repeat what happened last game, he's got to bounce back pretty quickly. Eyes. Waits for DNA's touch off the corner. DNA pinches it down past 1. Eyes. Popping it up. Shiny's on the corner. Tries to pass him in. He steals it off Eyes. I think Shiny's going back to how he was playing before, and that's just not a good sign for the Tempest. DNA. Shiny. Plays the 50 off the ceiling down. Shadow the catch. Here's Eyes. Back to Lion. Lion has Eyes in the corner. He just touches it there as Shiny resets it to his own back wall. What can Shiny do? It's the pop. Flicks it past 1. Getting it past all 3 Surge players. He has an open net if he takes a shot. Eyes going for the bump. Saved by Rye. Lion to the right wall. Rye. Can't get a touch. Shadow catches. 50 there by Lion. Rolling off the left wall. Back into the Tempest zone. DNA gets a shot. Saved by Shiny. Gets it past 1. Shiny in a 1v1 with Rye. Rye wins that one. Rye is a 50 with Lion. Pass mid. Shadow with the catch. Eyes. Touches to himself. Trying to force it on goal. DNA plays it back to Rye. Back into the Tempest zone. Lion. The pinch off the back wall. It's cleared out. The Shiny gets demoed by Shadow. DNA. Back on his own corner. Eyes pre-jumping from out of nowhere. He passes it mid. Good 50 by Lion. Back mid. Is Shiny up? No. Saved by Shadow. Shiny the catch. Makes the shot. Another save by Rye. Off the right wall. Trying to clear it out. The Tempest have all the momentum. Off the backboard. Eyes going for the double. What a save by DNA. So much pressure on the Surge. They're trying to hang on. Shiny with the shot. What a play by Shiny. And the Tempest finally break through as they tie the game.
Exactly what I said in game 1. Shiny is so comfortable off the ceiling. He's a lot more comfortable off the ceiling than he is just straight up off the wall. So if I'm the Surge, again, I said this in game 1, you see him go off the ceiling, you have to challenge him make a move. You can't wait for him to do something.
250 left. Shadow off the left wall. Shiny. It's to the right side. Pops it mid. Shiny to Eyes. Shot is blocked by Shadow. Off the right wall, Lion with the shot. Saved by Shadow. Rebound Shiny. And the Tempest come back again. They take the lead back.
Yeah, the Surge cannot keep getting comfortable. They keep getting too comfortable with this, and the Tempest keep coming back. You can't be comfortable with a 1-minute lead with half the game left. They're playing too confident that they're gonna win the game, and they know that the Tempest are a good team. So they got to keep fighting for the whole 5 minutes.
Tempest have been shown adversity all season. They get their first win last week, and now they need to just keep doing it to keep themselves in a playoff hunt. The pass mid, Rye. It's a touchdown, cleared out by Eyes to Shiny on the right side. Just DNA back. Eyes going for a bump. It's cleared out by DNA. DNA to the corner. Lion off the ceiling. Shadow. The pop up to Rye. Eyes wins the 50 off the ceiling down. Shiny taking it up the left wall. DNA gets a second touch as Lion will take over. Playing a 50 with Rye. Back to the corner. Eyes gets 50'd out. That's going towards goal. Shiny can't get there. And DNA with a very fortunate 50 ties the game for the Surge.
Yeah, what I see there is I see everybody's too far up for the Tempest. That was a banger by DNA, but somebody's got to be a little bit further back. I think if Shiny was a little further back, he would have had a better position to save that. But even if you're in the offensive half, there's almost no way you save that shot from DNA.
Less than 2 minutes left here in Game 3. Series tied at 1. Game is tied as well. You can see how even this match really is. Rye, the clear out. Lion, plays to the corner. Shadow, tries to clear it out. Shiny's up. He gets a good touch. He's going to try to follow it and saved by DNA. Lion, to Shiny on the right side. Shiny doesn't go. He just resets back. So will Lion. Shadow, the pop, good 50 by Eyes, off the ceiling, a chance for Shiny, what a save by DNA, but Lion takes advantage of the open net, and the Tempest take the lead once again.
Yeah, I did not think that Shiny was going to miss that. I mean, that was a great touch by DNA, I think, but Lion just puts it in. I'm not going to lie, I'm very happy these two teams are playing, because this is going to do wonders in terms of how easy my power rankings are for Benthic.
Agreed.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It makes it so much easier. I haven't seen this team play yet. I don't even know if they have.
Eyes with a chance hits the post. He could have made it a 2-goal lead, but now we have a minute left. The Surge need 1. Shiny doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Hits off the ceiling. Shadow, the pop mid. Lions up, saves it for the moment. Shiny leaving it for DNA. The pass mid. Shiny clears to the other side. Shiny fakes out Shadow. Shadow's just up with no boost. It's cleared out by Eyes. DNA moves it downfield. Shiny off the right side, he'll stay on. Shadow tries to play a 50. It's past mid. No one's there for the Tempest. They're playing conservative. They've got the lead. They're trying to hold on with 30 seconds left. Miscommunication, but Eyes gets the save. DNA pinches it off the corner. Just Eyes to beat. Eyes recovers. Shiny off the right wall. Plays the 50. Hits the ceiling. Shiny. Pass down to Eyes. Shiny's going to stay on it. He fakes out Shadow with 10 seconds left. Lion keeps it in the zone. With 5 seconds now, the Surge need to hurry. Shadow tries to pass mid. Eyes hits it off the ceiling. They got to keep it up, and they won't. The Tempest win 2 straight games, and they're 1 game away from keeping their season alive.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Surge have to play just a little bit better, honestly. Like they need to play more of what they did in Game 1, because the Tempest are in a position to lose this next game. I think Shiny, like, no matter what his stats say, I think he's playing supersonic for the entire game, and it makes it very difficult for him to do anything. Like, you just saw in that save right there, the little replay thing. He was supersonic, like, going for a ball, and it makes it very hard to slow down and make a read. So he's got to slow his game down just a little bit when it comes to hitting the ball and make the tiny adjustments that he needs to make to hit it. And if he changes that and he does a little better, makes intentional touches on the ball, then I think it's going to be a blowout in Game 5 and Game 4, honestly.
My big thing is this Tempest team. I mean, we'll talk about it. They started not a single win going into a 2v2 match against the Reef. They both teams put up an amazing fight in that series, but the Tempest were able to pull out the win. They get their first win of the season. Now they're facing the Surge, who are also in competition to getting that playoff spot. And now they're responding like this without their captain. I've said it, that it doesn't matter how you start the season. It matters those final few games. If you get on a hot streak towards the end, it's better than winning 7 straight games and losing the next 3. I'd rather be that team that has won constantly towards the end of the season, and then you have momentum, even if you're the 6th seed. Because being the 6th seed with all the momentum, it just doesn't matter who you face at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I know that we should probably get to play-by-play, but talking about the Tempest, is this a goal?
That is a goal.
Yes, it is.
Shadow strikes first for the Surge. I think that's been every game. The Surge have gotten the first goal.
Yeah, I mean, Shiny is just doing a little bit too much. You don't need to go for that flip reset. You can just get a 50, and that goal doesn't happen. But going back to what I was saying before, the Tempest being on a roll at the end of the season, the Tide are on the decline right now. So, like you said, it's better to have a 7-game losing streak and then win 3 in a row than what the Tide are doing when they had an early win streak and then lose towards the end.
But the Tempest still got to execute. They need one more game. It doesn't matter how good they're playing if they lose this, because then they're out. But Lion keeps the Tempest in Game 4 quickly as they tie the game back up.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing a little bit of a repeat from Game 1 with 2 goals in the first 40 seconds of the game. I would like to see a little Game 1 again, but I would like to see some defense, honestly. Game 1 was fun with all the goals, but I like defense. I'm a big defensive guy.
Shiny wins the kickoff on Rye. Off the corner, passes it mid, DNA. Hits it up to Shadow. Shiny hits it downfield, hits off the ceiling. Rye the catch. Eyes off the backboard, going for a double. Eyes almost gets it, misses wide right. Shiny tries to touch it down off the ceiling. He can't get a touch. Rye the easy catch. Gets it past Lion. It's just Eyes now. Eyes loses the 50. Rye still got a chance. He can't get the touch mid, and Shiny clears. Shiny tries to fake the air dribble. Doesn't fall for it. Lion off the backboard. It's going to hit, and it's cleared out by DNA. A huge save there. Shadow going the other way. Shadow can't get the reset. 50 by Shiny. Big save. Shiny's got boost to work with now. He's just trying to dodge the demo from Shadow. He doesn't get past it. Lion off the ceiling to himself. Hits it off the backboard mid. Shadow gets 50 by Eyes. DNA flails for the save. Just in time. He didn't have any boost to work with either. Makes it even more impressive how he got there. Shadow demos Lion as DNA backflips into it. Off the corner, Shiny trying to pre-jump. He does get a touch. Off the ball. What a play by Shiny! Absolutely ridiculous from the first rounder.
That was amazing by Shiny. DNA with a nice little clear, and then Shiny comes out of nowhere and dribbles it off the ground, just playing basketball in car soccer. That was amazing.
3:05 left. The typically 1650 MMR player really showed off his mechanical skills there. That's a great shot to keep the Tempest in it. Off the post, rebound DNA, and the Surge respond quickly as well.
Yeah, that cannot happen for the Tempest if they want to make a run towards the end of the season. You cannot have a double whiff in a game that really, really matters. The game is all tied up now. You had all the momentum with the awesome Shiny shot, and then now a double whiff. That can't happen.
Shiny wins the kick off to the corner. Shadow on the second ball, trying to get a reset. He does. Gets it past Lion mid. Shiny clears. He has one to beat its DNA. Yeah, it was. Shiny off the corner. Popping it past Shadow. Trying to get a reset past Rye. He can't. Eyes going for the bump. Lion plays the 50 to the other side. Shiny tries to touch it down. He gets demoed by Shadow. Pass mid. Eyes there to clear back to Shadow. Shadow gets demoed as well. Shiny has an open chance. Rye gets there for the huge save. Eyes trying to get a shot. Misses wide left. But Shadow would have been there to save anyways. Lion off the corner. Rye tries to clear. Shiny the pop to himself. What can Shiny do? Gets a pop reset. Pass one off the backboard mid. Saved by DNA. Amazing pass by Shiny, but an even better save. Shiny plays the 50. Lion off the left wall. Trying to do it himself. He doesn't have any more boosts. Cleared out by Shadow off the ceiling. Rye hits it downfield. Shiny plays the 50 with Rye. Back to the corner. Shadow with the shot. Hits off the backboard. Cleared out. Rebound DNA. 50'd out by Eyes. Shadow. Demoed by Shiny. Lion taking it up the right side. Shadow pops it back to Lion. A bad touch there by Shadow. But it's cleared back to the corner. Shiny keeps it in off the backboard. DNA the catch. No one really challenging for the Tempest until Eyes. Eyes plays the 50. Back to Shadow with no boost on the corner. Lion gets faked out. Shiny with the pop. Trying to do it himself. Here's Shiny's shot. Top right corner. Ridiculous acrobatics from Shiny to take the lead.
Yeah, Shiny has such good mechanics. DNA was the one who was going to challenge him there, and that's what I've been saying, challenge him early, but he didn't have enough boost to get there. Rye should have waited just a little bit further back, and he would have had a better shot at a save, but I still don't think he would have saved that. That was an awesome shot by Cookies.
Ruined my clip by yapping, by the way. I can't use it.
Shut up.
This guy, man. Anyways, Lion off the backboard. Eyes trying to get a shot. Misses wide. 1 minute now. The Surge need a goal, or the Tempest are going to keep themselves and the Reef in playoff contention, while the Surge are in big danger, especially with how this series has gone. DNA, the save to the back wall. DNA tries to play 50. Shiny rips a shot, saved by Rye. Eyes keeps it in. Booming it to the other side, off the right wall. DNA hits the ceiling. 30 seconds. Lion forces it towards goal. Easy block for Rye. Rye's trying to do it himself. Lion wins the 50. Can't touch it mid. Shadow clears. Here's Shadow with the follow-up. Trying to get a bump. Passes it mid. Pinched out by Eyes and Lion. Rye keeps it alive. Off the backboard. Lion with the clear out. 10 seconds left. The Surge need a goal. Shiny pops past one. Double commit by the Tempest. Here's Rye to Shadow. He can't get a hold of it. 2 seconds now. The Surge got to keep it up or the series is over. Lion trying to drop it. Then the Tempest go on a 2-game winning streak to keep their season alive.
That was an amazing series, but ruined it at the end by you saying that I ruined a clip. All right, if you want to mute the audio, go ahead.
Ruined a clip.
I thought that was a pretty nice goal. But if you want to mute it, just go ahead. Go ahead.
We got a clip. It's fine. It's fine. We got a clip from that game.
Or if you want to post it with me yapping, I don't care too.
No.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point, I want to see Orcas and Fangs and Tide play. I'm gonna go back and look at the Tide, but basically the bottom 3 of my standings are set in stone.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be similar with me, but I obviously think the Tempest are now gonna go 6. But either way,
yeah, no, that's what I mean. I think we can all agree that Reef are last.
Yeah, yeah, can agree with that.
So, yeah, what do you think? Obviously, Waves first. I mean, is there really anybody else you can put first other than Waves?
Oh no, I'm not gonna spoil my power rankings, but I
You know,
agree
yeah, that's
with
a good
you.
point. That's a good point. I'm just excited. I'm excited for what day is it?
Saturday
I'm excited for Sunday.
for the power ranking stream or for the 2 games on Saturday.
The power ranking stream.
Oh, okay, yeah, Sunday. But
Because I'm actually gonna have to watch this Kraken game.
yep, you and Luna, you all got it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have fun, and I'm gonna let everybody know, as I
Alright.
always do when it comes to the Kraken.
Well, since we got Kraken and Clouds to start, let's get this post game done fairly quick. Let's start with the
Yeah.
Surge, and Shadow is going to be taking it again. Hey, Shadow, how's it going? Shadow?
Hello. Yeah, hello.
Hello. Unfortunate loss. You guys, I can't lie, you guys didn't look bad, though. I just think the Tempest really had their stuff today. I will say this. I think Rye is someone you keep. He looked really strong for you guys. But overall, how do you think your team played?
Well, I think we played like really well, and I think I'm gonna keep Right. I mean, I'm definitely gonna keep him because he played the best out of any sub I had. But I gotta say, Ice on the other team, he just carried the two. It felt like I was playing 3v1 against him. I don't know.
You mean Shiny? Or Eyes? Shiny was
I don't know his name. Is his name different? Rocket League? The new guy, the sub. I don't.
Oh, the
know
new
his name,
guy.
actually.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
He,
I mean, he
just
really
carried
shined
them.
in his league debut. So I mean,
Yeah.
but you guys are still in playoffs. You're in playoff contention at least. You made as much as I don't want to be that guy to be like, oh, thank God you lost. But if you guys won that, the playoffs would have been decided after week 8. So I'm a little appreciative of that. But at the same time, I know you really wanted that game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say.
So your final 2 matches are against the Tide next week, and then the Reef week 10. So if things fall in your favor, I think that Surge Reef game is going to decide who makes playoffs. So how are you going to try to get ready for next week now that you've got a solid round 3 you can rely on?
I don't know. I'm just gonna try to talk something out with them, see if we can get like an actual strategy or play style down so we can play better.
All right. Well,
That should help.
Sinks. Yeah, Sinks. You got anything for Shadow before I let him go?
No, Chushi's.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
Shadow. We will see you next week.
All right.
All right, on to the Tempest post game, and I think Shiny's going to be taking it. Hey, Shiny, how you doing?
Yo, what's up?
Congratulations on the win in your league debut. How does that feel?
Great for you playing with a broken controller.
What?
My PS4 controller's broken.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, if that's you on a broken controller,
Hey,
holy
So-
shit.
I saw like this. I wasn't watching the stream, but I saw like the pre-stream. So the reason my account looks boosted is because I played on Xbox. Recently switched to PC like 6 months ago, and so I wasn't playing too much rank because of like the bots and stuff. So yeah, that's why. And I hadn't played all summer, so that's why I just shot up. 'Cause I've been
Oh,
grinding.
So you're actually SSL.
Yeah. I'm normally around like 1900.
Wow.
Occasionally peak. Occasionally
Okay,
peak.
noted. I mean, that's noted for any teams that want to make a last-second move if they have a first rounder that isn't a captain to pick you up. But I mean, you played really well. I felt like that first game you were still trying to feel out how good your team was because you kind of just kept
Yeah,
cutting them
it's
off
just-
all the time.
We had like a strat, and then it didn't work, so we had to like change it a bit. Because at first I was like gonna pass it to them all the time, but it was a little weird. That's probably why we got scored on most of the times. It was like I would make like an awkward pass to them, thinking they'd be there. It's my fault, but yeah.
I mean, you figured it out, and I don't think you know this, but you kept that roster that you were playing with in playoff contention. So that's got to feel good for
Really?
you. Yeah. If you lost that series, they're out.
Damn.
So I think Meep is very appreciative of you keeping.
Yeah, I was just talking to him. He was pretty happy.
So I mean, I think you're running out of time to be a permanent spot, but I think if people need a first round free agent
If anyone
as a
wants
temporary
a
sub, I think
anyone wants a 2v2 teammate, I'm down.
Oh hell yeah. Sinks, you got anything for Shiny before we let him go?
I still can't believe you're on a broken controller. That was insane.
It really is.
Yeah, my jump button's fucked.
That's wild.
That's unbelievable.
It really is.
Like, I don't believe it.
Alright, well, we're gonna let you go. We've got another stream to do, like, right now. We're 15 minutes late now. So, we're gonna try to get that started. But, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you for subbing. Congratulations on the win, and hopefully we'll see you at some point this season.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, dude. Sorry.
What?
Sorry,
What did you
Shiny.
do?
I cut him off halfway. My bad.
I will say this before we leave. I think Alex should be looking to make a move, and I think Shiny is the guy that you pick up.
Agreed. He played really well. So, we don't really got time to go through the rest of the matches, but we have a match right now between the Kraken and the Clouds. Sinks and Luna are going to be on that one. We're going to transition that over. The stream will be back up soon. Sinks, you got any final things?
No, that was fun. And
Alright.
I wish I wasn't casting the Kraken game.
You'll have fun.
I
The
never
Clouds
do.
have a crazy rivalry right now. Like they've been
That's fair.
absolutely messaging for days now about this match.
But I
so,
never had fun when it comes to the Kraken.
fair enough. But we're gonna get that stream started as quick as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon.